I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe.
Hello, friends. We're back. We're Black and Curious. I'm Kandron.
Hey, it's Deja.
And if you've never been here before, welcome. We do a cross section between real life and pop culture. Today, we are talking about burnout. Wow. This summer really has been
A doozy.
muchy
A
for the girls, you know?
doozy.
It's been muchy. So, we want to talk a little bit more about burnout. We've mentioned it a couple of times. I think we've already done one sort of intro conversation to this. So, I guess we just wanted to start off by kind of defining burnout. Yeah, because it can be a lot.
I
So,
think
I have I have like a
um
WebMD version, so I'll just put that here. Burnout is a form of exhaustion caused by constantly feeling swamped. It's a result of excessive and prolonged emotional, physical, and mental stress. In many cases, burnout is related to one's job. Burnout occurs when you are feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to keep up with life's insistent demands.
mm-hmm.
So, yeah, how does it present for you? How?
What I was gonna say before you did the definition
Oh,
is like
sorry.
definitely burnout is subjective to every person in terms of how it's gonna show up for you.
Yeah, of course.
Um I feel like the WebMD definition definitely gave like the number one indicator, which is just being overwhelmed.
Mm,
Um, for me, what I realized is that I kept saying, I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm just so
mm-hmm.
overwhelmed. But like, I wasn't doing anything really about it. I kept going because that's the nature of me. Like, I keep, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed. And I'm like, all right, well, we got to put that over there because we ain't got time to deal with that. And then we just go keep
Right.
going to the next thing.
Right.
Um, and so even my therapist was just kind of like, yeah, you had been saying that in a lot of our sessions for weeks. And I just kind of figured like, when she get good and tired, she gonna sit herself down. Because her suggesting that I sit myself down wasn't working until I
I
literally hit a
imagine it
wall.
was.
And so for me, the biggest thing is just that I need to pay attention to myself when I'm saying that I am overwhelmed, because that is the
Mm,
beginning of a snowball.
yeah. Yeah. For me, I think it was a lot of different things. So, definitely restlessness. Um, you know, constant periods of just not sleeping. Yes, I like insomnia, but also just like not knowing which way to go, like which way to turn. Like I had a life plan and then the real estate market started doing strange things and down here. And I was just like, oh God,
Everywhere.
that's not what I had planned or what I had intended. And just like things were consistently not working out the way I had intended. And I just started getting to the point where I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Mhm.
I am confused. I have no idea what to do because my plan A, B, C, D, E, F, and G
Facts.
have all
Blown
are
up.
now all impossible. So now what do I do here?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that was part of it for me. And then just my physical like symptoms or whatever. It was just like an inability to focus. Couldn't focus on anything, particularly at work. It's like F this job. Um,
Bro.
and just sort of like emotional distress where I couldn't talk about certain things the way I'm talking to you right now. Like if I started talking about one of those plans A through G that didn't work out, I would just break into tears. Did
Yep.
not matter who I was talking to. It was just like I am going to cry, and I'm going to try to avoid talking about these things. But if it comes up, I am absolutely going to cry. So
Sounds like we had similar experiences.
yeah, so like that
Very
was kind
similar.
of how it showed up for me. But I actually heard this and it resonated with me. I was listening to this podcast. I listened to Behind the Brilliance. He's just not a fan. I am. But the guy was talking about burning out in that he had been successful repeatedly and had built several companies and departments up to be like $1 million things, and he had been successful multiple times, but then he was just like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. And he described burnout as like a lack of options. He felt like he could either go one way or he had to go the other. He could either
Mhm.
do this or do that. Like, and he just felt like he didn't have enough options, and so he was ready to get off the hamster wheel. So that's how he described it, as a lack of options. And I agreed with that, because like I said before, to me it just felt like I don't know what to do next. I have already explored all these options and none of these are viable now. So like, what now?
Yeah. I think the lack of options piece, that's strong. That's a strong indicator.
Yeah.
Especially like for those of us who are trying to transition and pivot our, career paths or do something else in this time frame when we are in the recession that has been looming for like the last year and a half. It feels like,
Yeah.
they're not saying we're in a recession, but it's everybody else that's working class feels like we're in a recession. So like the lack of options in terms of like trying to find other roles, and it's like, I don't really want to do that, but then I don't want to do this either. Like, yeah, I feel that strongly. I think that is also one of the things that has tremendously contributed to like my like the deterioration of my mental health, as it relates to just, like trying to be okay and being concerned about, oh Lord, I'm shaking the table literally, but being concerned about, being okay, like how am I gonna survive? So yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I think that's pretty much it for me. I mean, that's how it showed up for me, and then we'll get more into like what to do about it in our next episode. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
No, I think we've kind of like ran through all of the top markers. So of course we ask that you guys get down in the comments and let us know like what burnout looks like for you. Have you experienced it and how did you get through? Definitely when we get into the next conversation, of course, we would love for you to continue the conversation with us over there, but by all means, drop some commentary down there for us.
Yes.
Like and comment, of course, and then make sure you subscribe if you're so inclined.
Yes.
And follow us on all of our social media and check out blackandcurious.com. And until next time, we'll see you later.